So my happiest memories from childhood, I guess, would be related to being outside. So days in a garden, days in a grandparents' garden. They lived on the edge of what's called Leckhampton Hill. It's like a rocky escarpment. It's always a great view. Days out in the Cotswolds somewhere. A place called Painswick Beacon. Just go up there, what have you. Playing out, my brothers and my sister. Cycling with my friends. Those sorts of things. So there isn't a happiest. There are kind of lots of those sorts of memories from childhood of enjoying the freedom you didn't know you had until you didn't have it so much as an adult. So those long days where the sunshine stretches time. I think England is a hugely interesting, historic, and kind of magical country. It's got a huge amount of history and culture. Has contributed a huge amount to the world. Has in my mind, a particular set of values and way of doing things that I like, I'm comfortable with. It's not perfect, but yes, I very much identify with being English. Memories of living in a village called Bishop's Cleeve, which is where I was born. It's just north of Cheltenham. And being in a kitchen, you tend to remember sunny days, I find. And I remember sunny days and looking outside, mum cooking, a tractor in the field behind the house, dad growing potatoes. So they're not very kind of clear memories of home, but they're memories are probably some of my earliest memories. So not days out, they're of where I lived, if you see what I mean. So grew up in Cheltenham. I lived in Cheltenham until I was about 19. So Cheltenham is not far from Gloucester, which has a river, but by and large is landlocked. Cheltenham's in the Cotswolds, so it's quite quaint around there, lots of picturesque villages. Cheltenham's also got a lot of fine Georgian buildings. I went to school in Gloucester at a cathedral school, so I spent a lot of time inside a cathedral. So there's a kind of strong architectural theme to living in Gloucestershire for me. You don't have those things here, so the buildings are, okay. It's not a cathedral locally. And the countryside is different, so the colour of the soil, the kind of soil. We're near the South Downs here, so they are largely treeless. The soil is a mixture of clay and chalk, whereas Gloucestershire is a mixture of kind of ready soil with Cotswold stone in. So it's quite a different palette of colours and smells and textures compared to there. We're in the southeast, so it's busier here. It's pretty busy. It never really stops as such. Busier than Gloucestershire, I'd say. Yeah, and it's some ways less to do, strangely. So again, half of the town, if you like, is in the sea. So that kind of cuts you in half and halves your options. So compared to somewhere that is surrounded by land. And Bexhall's quite an old town. The population is quite old. So there are less things for people to do, I think, generally.